Good morning. Okay, so I am just getting my day rocking, and I wanted to get on and talk to you about skincare. There is a lot to unpack with this video because everybody's skin is different. We all have different needs. We're all at different times, whether we're teenagers, young adults, getting a little bit older, or, you know, we're beyond the hill, as some people would say. And as we change and as our bodies change and as we age, our needs become different. And that could go from, in my experience, I actually didn't have acne issues till I was older. Like, I had the perfect skin as a teenager, and then when I hit like 17, 18 years old, and I left school, it like came out of nowhere all the way through my 20s. And I'm just now getting in a place where it's pretty much under control. And I just get little things here and there, like, you know, during certain times. So I just wanted to, you know, to cover that from the front, is we all have different needs. So I'm going to talk about skincare today. I get a lot of questions with what my current skincare routine is. What am I doing for my skin? It looks so great, you know, because people who have followed me for a long time or know me in real life know the struggles that I've had, and they see like my skin just getting better and better, and they want to know what I'm doing. So I'm going to go through what I'm doing currently, and I'm going to recommend some products to you. I'm going to recommend things you should be doing. And I don't even have, some of the products that I'm going to recommend to you, I don't technically have in my skincare right now. Routine right now, but they have worked for me, and I know they do work. And then I'm going to talk to you about other things outside of my basic everyday skincare routine that I'm doing at home and at the spa, because that matters. And I'm upfront. I will tell you right now, I have Botox, I have fillers. They have made a world of difference for my, for things for me personally. And I will talk about those things, but I'm also doing other things in the spa as far as facials and, you know, things that I'm going to be doing. Okay. So my skincare routine in the morning and at night is a little bit different. I do different things for different times of the day. And let me set my iPad down here because I have the products pulled up in tabs already, so I can talk to you about what I'm going to be recommending. But we're going to talk about mine first. So in the morning, I am using a cleanser, a toner, and a moisturizer. 3 simple steps in the morning. That's all I'm doing. I'm not using any serums in the morning. I could probably use a serum in the morning, and that may come in time. But right now, I'm just not using one. So in the morning, when I was having issues with, you know, breakouts or whatever, I was actually using my nighttime cleanser, which is a charcoal bar, and I'll get to that, both times of the day. And it got to the point where it was not needed anymore. So I needed a better, more suitable cleanser for the morning. Now, going to the spa, I got recommended a few products that is in my skincare routine, and I do recommend these if you're having, if you need a really good cleanser. And I'm going to talk about retinol because that's in my nighttime routine. But so in the morning, I'm using this cleanser. I get it at Life Med Institute in Baltimore, but I'm sure you can find a spa or somewhere online that has it, where you can order it directly from the manufacturer. So this is the cleansing complex. It's a resurfacing, clearing, deep cleansing face wash, and it works for my skin. It's done wonders for my skin in the morning. You literally only need about a dime to a nickel size, depending, like my face is really tiny, so I use about a dime size for my face. Like, this bottle has lasted me, I've had it since last year. It's lasted me forever. I literally do not need that much of it. That's how long this bottle's lasted me. It's worth the investment. I don't remember how much it was because I bought it last year. But look into this cleanser. It is going to make a world of difference in your skin. Okay, so this one's going to be a little bit to unpack with toner, because I am rolling through different toners right now, trying to find one that, not necessarily that I like, because every one that I've tried I like for different reasons, more so because I'm trying to get a broader perspective on toners, a broader perspective in the industry of what's out right now, what's working, and what it's doing for your skin, just so I can advise a little bit better. And because I just want, my skin changes, everybody's skin changes, but my skin goes through this whole thing where sometimes things will work, sometimes things will do some things that I want them to do, but not everything, and then sometimes they just don't work at all. It doesn't mean they wouldn't work for you, but I'm just going off you have to go off your own personal experience when you're talking about skincare. So I'm rotating through toners right now. I'm going to talk about the one I'm using right now, and I'm going to talk about the ones that I recommend for different things. So the one I'm using right now is by Tula Skincare, and this is Get Toned. It's supposed to be a pro-glycolic 10% resurfacing toner, and it has probiotics and superfoods in it. So it's an alcohol-free gel. So when you think about like using something that's, if you've used glycolic acid toners, you know that there is a certain amount of feeling that, and what you should be expecting from something that has 10% glycolic acid in it in this toner. I don't feel like I'm getting the glycolic acid needs out of this toner. However, I feel like I'm getting other benefits out of this toner right now than just the, you know, instead of the resurfacing. So I haven't noticed any major resurfacing that would come with using a glycolic acid toner with this, but I've noticed it has helped me maintain my skin, if that makes sense. Like it's not handled anything down here with a little bit of hyperpigmentation or issues, but it's helped maintain what I had going, if that makes sense. And if you need a little bit more insight in that, I can talk to you privately. But it's not, I wouldn't say I would use this for me personally to kind of completely resurface my skin. And I know Tula makes good skincare. This had phenomenal reviews on multiple websites. It's just, for my skin personally, it's a good maintenance toner, but it's not a good toner for me to continue to make my pore size smaller, to resurface my skin, etc., etc. It's a good kind of in-between, you know, when I get it, I would say I would use this toner again when I get my skin completely where I need it to be, where I feel my goals are, and use that to maintain it. That is literally what I would use this toner for. Let me get through the rest of my skincare routine for the morning, and then we'll bounce back to toners. Let me just get through my whole skincare routine for the day, and then we'll bounce back to toners. Because there's a lot to unpack there when I do product recommendations. Right now for a moisturizer, I am using Clinique Moisture Surge. I just started using this probably a month ago or so. It is a 72-hour auto-replenishing hydrator. I'm using this right now. My daughter's using this right now. I love this. It works. I'm obsessed with this. It works amazing. It keeps my skin moisturized during the day. It doesn't make me greasy. It doesn't make me oily. It does not make me any of those crazy things that some moisturizers can make you. This is fragrance free, and you can actually use it for a 5-minute mask as well. Now, you guys have seen some of my makeup tutorials. Another moisturizer I recommend is Active Moist by Dermatologica. We'll get to that one. I use that to kind of, if I'm like getting ready to do my makeup in the middle of the day and I didn't just do my skincare routine, I kind of use it as a, you know, a re-moisturize, because this sits in my cabinet and that sits on my thing. But both of them are great. We'll talk about moisturizers again when we do product recommendations at the end. So that's my morning skincare routine, just a cleanser, a toner, and a moisturizer. In the evening, it gets a little bit more complicated, especially because there's things I do a couple times a week at home, and we'll get to those right after my basic routine for the evening. So my basic routine for the evening is going to be the charcoal bar. So right now, I have charcoal bars that I used to sell, and I will be trying to bring those back as we progress in this, and I start doing a little bit of selling again. But if in between that time, if you want a good charcoal bar, I also use, let me get it pulled up here. So I have like 10,000 tabs open for product recommendations. Wow, I just decided to stop working. There we go. The Biore charcoal bar. That is the charcoal bar I started with when I was having acne issues again. And it does wonders for your skin. And the charcoal bar that I sell is actually a handmade all-natural charcoal bar with aloe in it. That bar I'm obsessed with. I will continue to promote that bar 100%. But if you need something right now until I start selling those again and you're interested in a charcoal bar, get the Biore charcoal bar from Walmart or any drugstore. I don't know if Ulta sells it. They might. I know they sell Biore products, but I don't know if I've ever seen the charcoal bar in there because it's been a while since I actually picked up one of those because I have a stockpile of the soap in my own personal cabinet that I used to sell. So once I run out of that, and unless I get it back in by then I will go ahead and buy a Biore charcoal bar. So those, I've used that for my cleanser in the evening. I don't have a like face, electronic face scrubber thing. I want to get one. I want to try the, I think it's called the Sonic Clear by Michael Todd. I want to try that one. So that's going to be coming to, I'm sorry, I have the hiccups from, tea this morning. So I want to try that. So I'm going to be ordering that in the future. Right now, I actually use, sometimes I have like a back scrubber because, you know, I'm not, you know, a contortionist. So there's a little like face bar thing in the center of the scrubber that pops out and you can use it for your face. I actually use that sometimes to help get a little bit of extra exfoliate with my charcoal bar. And, it is literally just off a back scrubber from Walmart and it works amazingly. Like it scrubs the hell out of my face and I love it. But, so I use the charcoal bar in the evening in the shower and, then when I get out of the shower, now depending on if I'm doing one of these other things, during the week, then I would add that in first before I go into my toner, you know, and all of that stuff. So that little step in the middle we'll talk about in product recommendations when I talk about the other things that I do. But if I was not doing those other extra steps, then I use my charcoal bar and I get out of the shower. And the first thing I'm going to do is tone my skin. So again, whatever toner I'm using currently, this is the one I'm using. So I would tone my skin. To tone my skin, I use these little cotton pads from Walmart. They have an exfoliating side and a soft side. In the morning, I use the soft side. In the evening, I use the exfoliating side because I'm doing a little bit extra to my skin. So I put my toner on and then I use whatever serum I'm using comes next. And right now I am using L'Oreal Revitalift 1.5% hyaluronic acid. I love this toner. I love this serum. It has done wonders for making my skin look plump and hydrated, and a little bit, you know, fuller. And it has done, I can't really say technically for fine lines and wrinkles if it's done anything, because about the time I started using this is about the time I started going to the spa again and really investing in my skin and getting it back to where I wanted to be, you know, 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. Yes, I'm that old. I'm 38. And, so I can't really speak for it on fine lines and wrinkles, but it definitely hydrates your skin, makes your skin look plumper. It definitely has benefits to it. So I would recommend using that serum for it. And it's a drugstore brand. It's by L'Oreal. There was a serum I tried in one of the spa, after I got a facial, she gave me a sample, and I can't remember the name of it, so I'm going to have to go back because I want to try that one as well. Again, because I want it like all the time because I liked what I seen from it in just a couple times that I used it out of the sample. I just can't remember the name of it right now, but we can talk about that when I get, you know, more of those things in, because there's definitely more from this line and I think it's Zoe Skin, or yeah, something like that the spa uses that I want to get into. So I would use the serum, and then I would use my moisturizer again. So whatever moisturizer I'm using right now this is what I'm obsessed with, is the Clinique Moisture Surge. And then my last step for the evening is my retinol. Now, I'm sure there's drugstore brands that work awesome to give you some little bit of retinol effect. But the only way you're going to get a true retinol effect is to get a medical grade retinol from a med spa or a dermatologist or wherever you can get them. This comes from my med spa. It is retinol 0.05 cream, and this has done amazing things for my skin. Now, some people, when you first start using a medical grade retinol, you will notice that sometimes you can get red or blotchy, or your skin will peel. And that is normal when you first are starting to use retinol because it's doing its job. It did not do that to me. I am a freak of nature when it comes to just medical things and my skin and all of these things. And I know it ties into me having cystic fibrosis, but I am just a freak of nature when it, you know, when the skincare products work, but they don't have necessarily the side effects that it can give most people. And I don't know why that is. That's the only thing I could contribute it to, is the fact that I'm just a freak of nature when it comes to certain things. My brother calls me patient zero for a reason. So it did not make my skin red, blotchy, or peel, but it does have a little bit of a burn to it when you first start using it. It doesn't burn my skin anymore in that sense. Like, you feel the, you know, if you was to put like alcohol in your face or a good glycolic acid toner, you're going to feel that burn. So that's literally, it's not like your face is on fire, but you have that little bit of a, whoa, that's something new, you know. So I recommend a good retinol. I know there's another one that they carry in the spa. I'd be interested in trying. This has done amazing things for the fine lines that I still have. Botox gets rid of, you know, all of your major wrinkles, but if you still have fine lines, those are permanent impressions in your skin that Botox is not going to get rid of. Those are things you have to take care of through peels, facials, retinol, you know, certain things that you do in your skincare routine to get rid of those things. Woo, I just almost fell. My vanity chair, I really need to get a different one. I need to have like Dave build me one and just put like a pillow cushion on it and make it all pretty. That's sturdy and made out of like, you know, 2x4s that are like carved into a pretty leg shape, because this thing is, the legs come loose. I don't care what vanity you buy. They are screwed in with those stupid screws with Allen keys. And if you sit on them a long time and you use it for a while, they will come loose. Okay, sorry, total squirrel moment. But if I eat shit and fall, just you can get a good laugh out of it. It's fine, because I'll probably laugh too. So, okay. I know this is a lot to unpack, and we're about 17 minutes in. So, your skin is just really a complicated situation, and it's not a simple thing when you really want to get good results for the goals you're trying to reach for your skin. Now, 2 to 3 times a week, I am using other products right after my evening face wash. So if I am using these steps, I get out, if I'm in the shower, or if I'm not, I use the charcoal bar and I get out of the shower or whatever I'm doing, dry my face off. And guys, when you dry your face off, don't rub it. Just pat it with your rag or your towel or whatever. Don't like take your rag and like dry your face. You don't want to do that. You just want to pat your face down. I am using a couple different things depending on what I want to do. They all do different things for your skin. They all do wonderful things for your skin, and I recommend every single one of them. So let me get out this other one. Sorry. It's sitting in my drawer over here. I just want to get it because I need to put one downstairs because the one I have downstairs is empty. Okay, so these things are extra exfoliants, masks, home peels, whatever you want to use to achieve different things for your skin. I bounce through each one of them, whether I use the same thing twice a week and then I rotate to something else the following week, or I use different ones each time of the week, 2 different times a week, okay? Twice a week works for my skin right now, because I'm maintaining and improving simple areas. Like, I'm still reducing pore size, I'm still reducing, I have a couple fine lines in here left, but nothing insane. I have to work on getting an eye serum and maybe some filler right here, because it's really, really bothering me right here. When I smile, it like wrinkles up so bad. And it's like the only thing that still does that on my skin, and it bugs the shit out of me. But anyway, these things just are good for resurfacing your skin, exfoliating, getting rid of stuff out of your pores, reducing pore size, and also making you look like you just came from the spa. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to talk about, this is the Kate Somerville Exfoliate. They call it Hollywood's 2-minute facial. And let me tell you one thing, there is a reason they call this the Hollywood 2-minute facial. I used this for the first time a couple weeks ago, and I right before I got banned on Facebook, I told you I was going to get on and talk about this product, and this is me talking about it right now. This little bottle is like $20-some. The big bottle is really expensive. Because if you're mixing it with other things and only doing it two to three times a week, you can really get the little bottle. But if you're going to be using it for a long time, just invest in the bigger bottle. There are things you can use. They have Afterpay. Ulta uses Afterpay now. You can split it into 4 payments every 2 weeks. That thing has been a godsend for me to, like, you know, during when I wasn't, you know, I'm not really, you know, doing a lot with the business as far as making money right now. I really need to get my 2021 going, and I'm really just kind of working on building my following and getting back in the grind after, you know, last year was crazy. So, you know, Afterpay is a wonderful thing if you're kind of balling on a budget a little bit. And so this is like, it's green, it looks gross, okay? It is a green exfoliant, and what it does is, so you clean your face, and again, you can do this in the shower or you can do it sitting at the sink. It doesn't matter. You squirt about, I'd say about a quarter size on to your hand or your fingers, and you're going to rub it in your face for 30 seconds, okay? Like literally 30 seconds, and then you're going to let it sit for 2 minutes, right? Yes, you're going to let it sit for 2 minutes on your face after you scrub it in. It's going to burn a little bit. You're going to feel that burn a little bit, but it's doing its job. And let me tell you what, when you rinse that off your skin and you dry it, it looks like you just came from a spa facial and got like, my pores are almost gone after I use this. And once I do the rest of my steps with my serum, my you know, toner and everything, it looks like I just stepped out of the med spa. When my skin looks, it is glowing, it is dewy, my pores are gone. There is a reason they call this Hollywood's 2-minute facial, and this product is worth every damn penny you will spend on it. I promise you. Invest in this and thank me later. Okay, there's a couple other things that I use at home. And this is a 2 to 3 times a week. I would recommend this like twice a week. The other thing I use at home, I use this about every 2 weeks. When you first start using it, you can use it once a week. I use this every 2 weeks now. This is by The Ordinary. Guys, The Ordinary is a brand. It's sold at Ulta. I don't think they really carry it in stores. They carry it online. I don't know where else they sell it, what other stores, but I got it at Ulta. There are several different products I use from The Ordinary. They're super, super inexpensive, total budget-friendly products, and they do amazing things for your skin. There's a couple products I'm going to recommend to you from The Ordinary, and there's more from them that I want to try. This is it is a home peeling solution. It is AHA 30% and BHA 2%, 10-minute exfoliating facial. It is literally a facial peel for home. So this is blood red. It looks like blood. It looks like you're painting like fake Hollywood blood on your face. But it, you know, it does wonders. I recommend putting it into like a little bowl or in your hand, and you have to use like a flat brush. This one's by Eco Tools, but you can get any kind of flat foundation brush like this, and you dip it in your bowl of hand and you paint it on your face. Paint it upwards. You want to paint it upwards because it's going to go into your skin that way. This looks like you're like just got drowned in vampire blood, but you're going to come out of the bathroom and probably scare your husband, scare your kids. I've done that before. I've scared people when we've had guests over, like David was, you know, have friends over or whatever, or we had clients over for some things, and I've come out of the shower, like, not realizing they were here or knowing they were here, and I just got shit to do anyway, and I don't have time to sit around and, you know, bullshit with people, whatever. And I've came out of the bathroom, they were like, what the hell? Like, you will scare people when you come out of the house. If you want to scare your kids, put that on. It sits on your face for 10 minutes. and you will feel the burn the whole 10 minutes, but it does wonders for your face. It is like a home peeling. Your skin is not going to like actually peel off, but it is going to rake some layers off your face. And then you rinse it off with warm water and proceed with the rest of your skincare routine. You put this on after your cleanser. Same thing. Any kind of exfoliant, home peel, mask, whatever, goes on after your cleanser before you do the rest of your skincare routine. Now, this one is Glam Glow Super Mud Cleansing Treatment, Clearing Treatment. I discovered Glam Glow a long time ago, and this thing is like a vacuum cleaner for your face. So if you have problems with acne, if you have problems with blackheads, if you have problems with clogged pores, you're going to want to put the Glam Glow Super Mud Clearing Treatment Mask on your face, because when you paint that on your face, again, use a flat foundation brush like this for any masks, peels like that. You're going to feel it sucking shit out of your skin, okay? It is the magic vacuum cleaner for your face. Now, you're also going to realize that it's going to bring things to the surface of your skin that you didn't know were there in like over the course of a couple days. So I have problems with blackheads. I still have problems with breakouts, you know, like that one time a month. But blackheads are my nemesis. I have them on my nose, and I get them right through here and right under here. And this thing does amazing things for clearing my skin. If I have something that's developing underneath the surface of my skin, like a blackhead or whatever, I will notice that I have new blackheads in a day or two. Use a skin clearing tool to get them out if you want to extract at home. I have a bad habit of doing that. Don't do that. You create scarring that way. Don't pick at your face. It is a bad habit of mine I've had for years. I'm just starting to break it a little bit. But I will use the clearing tool at home like it's my best friend to get, you know, to clear my face out after I use this. A good med spa, when they're giving you a facial, will use an extraction tool on you to clear your extractions while they're giving you a facial. This one you leave on for... I don't have my glasses on because it glares in the camera and I want you to see my skin. I went raw and naked for this because I just got up not that long ago, and this is real life and I don't have time to be made up all the time. And I'm a real person, so I'm not like, you know, these people who are just made up 24/7 and they have all this time in the world. I'm not that person. You can leave it on for 5 to 20 minutes. I leave it on every bit of 20 minutes, okay? I want the maximum effect out of any mask that I do. Backtrack for a second. If you put this on your face and it's not even 10 minutes yet, it's like 5 minutes and it's burning too bad, go ahead and rinse it off. And build your tolerance up to being able to handle the full 10 minutes. Just a quick pro tip with that. So yeah, 5 to 20 minutes. I leave it on for the full 20. Rinse it off. Go on with your regular skincare routine. Now, if you want an exfoliant that you can use every day on the back end of your cleanser, I have a recommendation for that. It is amazing. Let me close the charcoal bar because we already talked about that. And it is, where'd it go? Sorry, I have a lot of tabs open. Come on. It is by Dermatologica. Dermatologica is an amazing clinical skincare brand that you can get at Ulta, or I know other places sell it. It is called the Daily Microfoliant. This is an exfoliant you can use on your skin every day, and it's to help resurface your skin, reduce pores, you know, clear your skin, everything. So it helps polish away dull, uneven texture. It you know, it helps soften your skin. It does a lot of things. Dermatologica is an amazing skincare brand. I 100% recommend them. I use a couple of their products in my routine. I am out of this currently. I need to get some more. Dermatologica is a little pricey. However, I do know that they have travel size of the products, and you can get by with getting the travel size products if you're balling on a budget a little bit, or I recommend using the Afterpay program. So this has salicylic acid in it, kaleido oatmeal, and tea tree oil. It is cruelty-free, vegan, paraben-free, sulfate-free, phthalate-free, I can never pronounce that word, whatever, fragrance-free, and it has recyclable packaging, okay? So basically, you're going to put the microfoliant in your hands in the shower. It's like a rice powder, and you dump it in about a half a teaspoon, and you can you want to exfoliate like for 30 seconds to a minute, and just scrub the shit out of your face. If you have electronic skin cleanser thing, put that on your face and go with it with the electronic one, and I'm sure it's going to do way more than what you can get with your hands. Yeah, 1 minute. Okay, you use that for 1 minute. That one you can use daily. What you would do is use your cleanser, use the exfoliant, step out of the shower, do any other steps you need to do, or, you know, if you're sitting at the sink in the morning. I tend to use that as part of my nighttime routine because I'm usually in the shower at night, and you know, it's just, it can get a little messy, you know what I mean? Especially because it's powder. So, you know, it's easier to use in the shower when, you know, even if you're using, even if it's the morning, if you hop in the shower in the morning, you can use it in the morning. It's fine. It's just an extra step. But if you're, you know, rushing for work, then it becomes easier to throw in all of the extra steps during your nighttime routine. Okay. All right. So that's pretty much my skincare routine. I'm going to recommend some other products for specific things for your skin that I have used in the past and or will be adding to my routine to try. And as I try new products, obviously I'll give you live reviews of them and or a video review of them to talk about what it's done for my skin. I tend to like to use it for a couple weeks to a month so I can give you a true rundown of what it does. I've been using this for a month, and that's why I have the feelings I do on it right now. Okay. Now, let's talk about toners first, because, like I said, I'm rotating through toners right now. Toners are going to be good depending on what toner you use is going to be depending on what your skincare needs are. I still get a lot of, I still get the little bit of breakout and the blackheads, and I have, you know, my pores tend to shrink and then come back. It's not something I've really tackled yet. It's probably going to take a little bit of med spa treatment and microneedling or something, and a few like actual peels, which I'm going to be talking about, to get my pores to completely just poof. And they're the biggest right through here and right through here. That's where my pores are the biggest. One toner I recommend if you're going to use a glycolic acid toner. There are a couple ones that I recommend, and there's one that I'm gonna be trying because my sister's using it currently, and I like what it's doing to her skin. So let me actually get the other one brought up because I totally forgot to bring it up, but it should come right up. La 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 la. Okay, here we go. Got it. Now, the toner that I loved when I was having breakout issues before I started going to the med spa on the regular and getting dermaplanes and facials and things like that. I was having bad breakouts through here. Like, it was a constant issue. It wasn't going away, and I really needed something that was just going to tackle the hyperpigmentation, tackle the breakouts at the same time, tackle the resurfacing and just the raking of the layers of skin I wanted to take off trying to get rid of it. That is the Ordinary Glycolic Acid 7% Toning Solution. If you want to rake, this is going to burn when you put it on your skin. Not like, when I say burn, it's not like crazy. It's not going to set your skin on fire. It's that typical toner burn or anything you put on your skin that's going to have like glycolic acid or, you know, it has alcohol in it. So it's gonna burn your, you know, it's going to have that burn. This stuff does amazing things for your skin. It has almost 5 stars. I don't know why it doesn't have 5 stars. This toner I'm obsessed with it. If I start having breakout issues again, or I want to rake us, I'm probably going to go back to this toner for a little bit after I try a couple more, unless one of those other two work really good and do what I want them to do. I'll probably go back to this one. Or I have to rotate my toners and things like that. Because my skin changes. My skin used to change about every 3 to 6 months. And then whatever I was doing for my skin would stop working. I'm talking about my whole routine from front to back. It would stop working and my skin would get so bad. and I would have to completely switch up my game. That has been the thing with my skin for years, and I'm finally hitting, knock on wood, a place where I can have this routine I have going, and I have stuck with it for months at this point since last year, and it has not switched, my skin has not switched up on me, and totally everything just stopped working. So I'm finally at a point in my life where it's doing that, and it has always been a constant thing for me. This is why I've tried so many products. This is why I've rotated through so much stuff. Right now, I'm rotating through things like toner just to try different things and see what the results are so I can have reviews for you guys. And or, you know, my daughter's a teenager. She's having skin issues. My sister has skin issues because she's in healthcare and wears a mask all day. So, you know, I always like to try new things to try to help people who have different things going on with their skin so I can make proper recommendations. And it's always just about educating yourself anyway. Okay, so that is if you need to resurface your skin because of acne, you know, uneven skin tone, congestion with clogged pores, etc., etc. I recommend that one 100%. There is another one that will do the same thing. The ordinary glycolic acid toner is $8.70 at Ulta. Totally budget friendly. If you want to step it up a little bit, the Pixi Glow Tonic toner is $18, and that it's only 5% glycolic acid, but let me tell you, that toner I haven't used it in a few years, but I used it for a long time when my acne was really bad, and before I discovered the Ordinary. And that was the only toner other than like Proactive that I was aware of that was like drugstore brand and would actually like rake some layers off your face and do its job. So this one, again, is going to, you know, it's going to burn a little bit, and it is, you know, it's going to, don't put toner near your eyes. Don't get that shit near your eyes. It'll be bad if you touch your eyes with that. Okay. So the Pixi Glow Tonic toner, it looks like this. You can get it usually, sometimes you can get it in the drugstore. This Ulta has it for $18. It's going to do the same thing the Ordinary does. It's just a little bit of a step up in price. I used to say you get what you pay for with a lot of things, but as things have improved with skincare over the years, and there's so much competition in the market with making things actually do what they say they're going to do, I feel like it's improved the products that we're getting now on the market, and because they're actually, you know, not putting out products that say they're going to do something and they don't really do it. They're putting out products that actually do its job. Does their job. That I speak English occasionally. So that's one I recommend. All right, that's the Ordinary. Now, if you do need to, if you have really, really bad problems with acne, and you're an adult, I will tell you Proactive is an amazing thing to use. When I was in my early 20s, my acne was so bad all over my skin. I mean, from top to bottom. And it was so bad really through here, but it was everywhere. And Proactive is the only thing that saved my skin back then. And I thank God, because I wasn't going to the spa. You know, I would get a facial like once a year, be like, hey, I'm going to go to the spa. You know what I mean? I didn't realize how important doing things like that is until I got older and it was time for me to reinvest in my skin and I was in a funk. So that is really, honestly, if you're an adult, Proactive is, invest in it. They have a cleanser, toner, acne gel, all of it. I 100% recommend Proactive if you have severe acne problems. I also recommend going to a med spa. They have specific treatments for, and peels and facials for acne prone skin. They have stuff for cystic acne that's so bad and big. I have seen amazing things happen to girls who have scarring and really bad acne after they've invested in themselves in the med spa. If you're in the Maryland, Baltimore area, and even if you're not in Baltimore, travel to Baltimore, go to Life Med Institute. They will help you, I promise. If you are completely bogged down and you can't get anything to work for your skin, beyond, you know, for your skincare routine, is only doing so much. Take the time to invest in your skin and go get it cleared up at the med spa. It's going to take several treatments. It's not going to be an overnight thing, but it's going to be worth the investment. I 100% recommend it. If you're not in Maryland, find a med spa that's highly reputable, very well rated. and go talk to them about your skin. We'll get to that in a minute because there's other things that I'm going to recommend. If you have, there is a toner I want to try. This is the one my sister is using currently. There's a brand called Bliss, and they have several different things from face washes to toners to other things. I haven't even looked at all that they have, but I kind of breezed through it. She is using this. She's actually getting ready to start using the wash, but she's using the toner currently, and it's a Clarity Complex Clarifying Toner and Serum. It has BHA, witch hazel, zinc, and a whole bunch of other things in it. It's alcohol-free, so it's not going to burn your skin. It shouldn't anyway. It's non-comedogenic. It's not going to clog your pores. It's cruelty-free. So it has the benefits of a toner and a serum to purify your pores, tone your skin, and deliver concentrated ingredients for clarity without over-drying or irritating your skin, okay? I'm interested. This is the toner when this runs out, and it's at the bottom of the barrel because I'm about to order this. I'm going to order this toner to try it and see how I feel about it. Again, I'm going to use it for about a month before I talk about it with you guys. It's $18. It has 4.5 stars on Ulta. You can get this at the drugstore or at Ulta. And I'm curious to see what it's going to do to my skin, if it's going to do the things that I want it to do. And I'll let you guys know about that. But that's the next one that I'm going to rotate through and try. Now, I have a teenager right now, okay? So she has a little bit of acne problems. Let me back up for a second because I forgot to say something about toner. If you're using a toner like the Pixie or the Ordinary with the glycolic acid in it, and you're trying to resurface your skin, and you notice that your forehead or skin is a little bumpy after a few days of using it, back off to once a day, because you're over toning your skin, and it's going to cause, I had that problem when I was using the Ordinary at first. I was over toning my skin, and it was giving me a little bit of dryness and bumps right here, even with my moisturizer. As soon as I backed off to once a day, it cleared it up. You may need to back off to skip a day in there just to get it to, you know, whatever. And that is what's happening with Rhiannon with the products I'm about to try with it. And that's toner in general. So I had to tell her to back it off. You know what I mean? Because it's you know, it's working too much basically. And I know that's a weird thing to say, but that's the best way I know how to explain it, is it's working too much. If you have a teenager who has acne problems right now, I'm going to recommend what I'm doing for Rhiannon right now and what's working for her. Obviously there's Clearasil, there's a whole bunch of products right now. I have used this in the past on my acne when my acne was really bad before I discovered Proactive. I was having luck with it, and I had luck with it when Proactive stopped working for my skin, and I had to go back to drugstore brands, again, constantly rotating my issues because things would stop working. And it's not the product, it's my skin just saying, hey, you've used this too much, it's not working for you anymore, you have to switch your game up. It is also good, and I'll get to that in a second, about like, letting your skin detox for a second. If you miss washing your face and you pass out, it's okay. It gives your skin a chance to detox and add some of its natural oils back in and do its thing. So it's not the end of the world if you miss a day washing your face, or you fall asleep, or whatever the case may be, or you're rushing out the door. It gives your skin a chance to detox in that sense. All right, so Rhiannon right now, if you have a teenager or a preteen or whatever that's having issues, Neutrogena Oil-Free Acne Wash and Neutrogena Rapid Clear 2-in-1 toner. It's also in an orange bottle, Fight and Fade toner. This stuff actually is great for hyperpigmentation too. She is using also the Clinique Moisture Surge. However, I'm finding that she is still really dry. So there are a couple different moisturizers I'm going to let her try. I don't think is going to have a problem with over oily skin. She's going to have a problem with super dry skin. So I would obviously let her try Active Moist, but I'm going to give her this one next. This is by The Ordinary. It's Natural Moisturizing Factors plus HA. It's their moisturizer. This moisturizer works amazing, but it works too good on my skin in the sense that it makes me shiny and oily. So I love this moisturizer for what it does as far as moisturizing, but for my skin personally, if you're oil prone or shine prone, this probably is not going to be the best one for you. The Moisture Surge or the Active Moist is going to be, whoops, I just knocked everything over, is going to be the best option for your moisturizer. If you have really dry skin, start with this and see how you feel. It's all about working with your skincare, is all about trial and error and figuring out what works best for you and your current skin problems. That's why I've recommended so many products and gone through so many products, because it is important to know that I have done years of trial and error to get to where I'm at now, and constantly having to deal with rotating my skincare routine because my skin goes, fuck you, I'm not, you know, I don't like this anymore. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Now, the other things I'm doing for my skin outside of my normal daily skincare routine and the things that I'm doing a couple times a week for, you know, masks, peels, whatever, is, again, like I told you, I started going to the med spa last year. I went initially for Botox because I hit a funk in my life, and I had horrible resting bitch face right here. I had like deep 11s because, you know, anger, you know, like the constant resting bitch face and the, you know, facial expressions, and my wrinkles up here were getting so deep. I don't know if I can even bring up I posted my befores and afters. Let me see if I can pop up on Instagram real quick. I don't know if I'm signed in on this one. I am not. Let me see if I can sign in on this one real quick. Whoop. Okay. Hold on one second. I'm just trying to... Let's see if you can see that. My wrinkles were so bad. That was before and after my first session of Botox. They weren't really... I don't think she was really expecting it to have that big of a result instantly because, you know, she banged a lot of units in there. Because my lines were so deep. And I initially went in for that, and it turned into other things. It's not addictive, and it's addictive for some women, but it's not addictive for me in the sense that I'm trying to overdo it. I'm trying to fix things that I don't like about myself and kind of take myself back to where I used to be. As far as my lips go, I just wanted fuller lips, and I have asymmetry issues and where my cheeks have fallen, and like this side is straight down now. This side's more rounded out, and I'm going to have to put my cheeks back where they belong to get my lips where, you know, to match again. It's not anything they did wrong when they filled my lips. It's honestly just my natural anatomy. And there's still things that have to be fixed, so I'm working on that. But as far as skincare is concerned, I've had a dermaplane. I've had a fire and ice facial. It's good to do microdermabrasions once a month. Your facials, whether you're dermaplaning, doing a peel at the med spa, during a microdermabrasion, or doing a basic facial, whether it's fire and ice or other normal things or things for your acne or for your specific skin, they're, you know, once a month, once every other month, you know, try to get in there once a month for something, whatever it is. But it depends on what your needs are. When you go into your spa or your med spa, talk about your needs. Talk about what I recommend. A med spa over regular spa is good. If you want to just go in and get a maintenance facial or like a quick microderm or whatever, go to like a regular spa. If you have issues you want to deal with, go to a med spa. You're going to end up staying at the med spa anyway for even your basic stuff. But like go to a med spa and get your issues dealt with. I have issues I still want to deal with. I have dullness that happens. I have pore size. I have a little bit of fine lines. I have other things I still need to deal with that I want to take care of. And it's going to take getting certain higher things done. Microneedling or peel, VI peel, which is the next thing I'm going to try. I'm super excited for that. It's pricey, okay, depending on what you need. The basic stuff is not so pricey. It's average. When you get into VI peels and, you know, microneedling and heavy things for acne, it's going to get a little bit pricey, but it's worth every damn penny to invest in yourself. I got in a super funk where I wasn't happy with my skin. I wasn't happy with how I was looking. I was aging, and it was bothering me. If you follow me for a long time, you know, in my real life, you know that I modeled for years, and I got the wonderful privilege to work for Playboy, and I got to do all these things, and I was watching myself. I kind of spent the last 6-7 years investing in everybody else but myself. I was investing in my husband, and I became a mom, you know, overnight when we found his daughter. And I put 100% of myself into them and that. And I kind of put myself on the back burner and neglected myself for a little while. And I was starting to see the results of that. And it was bothering me. It was the results of just me aging. Anyway, I'm 38 years old, you know, I'm almost 40 years old. And it was bothering me so much. And I hit a funk, and I told my husband, I said, I don't care what it costs. I don't care if you're mad. I don't care about any of that. I am going to invest in myself, and I am going to feel better about myself again, and I'm going to do whatever it takes for me to get there. And he's been totally supportive. He makes jokes sometimes about my Botox and about fillers and everything like that, but he does it in a loving way. He's not, you know, making fun of me or anything. He just cracks up, but he knows it makes me happy. He knows I feel good about myself. He sees the difference, and, you know, he looks at me and he goes, you look like you did 10 years ago. And I'm like, that's what I want to hear. That's what I'm going for. You know what I mean? I feel like I looked back, what I looked like back in those days when I was doing, I'm starting to model again, which I'm back in front of the camera, and that feels good because I've missed it. It's one of my favorite things. It's my passion. And, you know, I'm trying to take it to bigger heights. And I quit for a while because of that. And, you know, I have teeth issues because of cystic fibrosis, and my teeth are just falling apart. And it's my meds that have done it for years, over and over again. It's constantly fixing them, constantly, you know, investing in, I'm going to need a more permanent solution. You know what I mean? And right now I'm in a place where I can't do the permanent solution because dental issues are highway robbery. And I'm going to have to fix them again and bond them and make them whiter and get a little bit more life out of them till I can figure out a more permanent solution and how to get that permanent solution. But anyway, that's a whole other topic. But, you know, that was contributing to the reasons I was quitting doing certain things and not doing certain things anymore, because I wasn't liking how I was looking at all. And it's okay to feel like that. If you are a woman who is struggling, it is okay to have those feelings, to go, I don't feel like myself. I don't feel like I look like, you know, whatever. And it's okay to do things to fix yourself, to make yourself feel better about yourself. As long as, you know, nobody, like Dave never put me down for how I was looking. Dave never said anything, you know, about it. He was always supportive. As long as you have a good support system and you don't have anybody putting you down, you know, you should be good to go. And honestly, if it's not anybody within your circle that's saying shit things to you, don't give a fuck about what they think, okay? It's not about them. Who cares what they think? If I gave a fuck about what people thought, I would never say half the things I would do. I would never say half the things I do. I would never, you know, do half the things that I do. You know, there's some people who go, oh my God, you're 38 years old. You're still modeling. You're a mom now. How are you doing all these things? How are you, you know, going out to the bar? How are you, you know, talking about, you know, going to the club or, you know, or hanging out here, or doing this or that? That's not your business. It's things that I like doing when I'm not, you know, being a mom, when I have my free time. You know, you have to not care about what people think and do what makes you happy. Do the things that you want to do, despite if you're 20, 38, or 55. You know, when I'm 55 years old, I hope to still be in front of the camera. I hope to still, you know, be doing all of these things that are my passion, that I love to do. I hope to be still talking to you guys, doing makeup and doing all of these things where I'm spending 53 minutes an hour on a live, you know, or a video talking to you guys. And, you know, because it's what I like to do. It's things that make me happy. It's my passions. So you don't have to worry about what people think. You have to worry about what makes you happy, and investing in your skin to make yourself feel younger or look younger or feel better. If that's what makes you happy, do it. You know what I mean? So, and of course, if you guys have any questions, let me know. One quick side note that I totally forgot, and it's back to toner again. You can make a quick at-home toner. This is 2/3 apple cider vinegar and 1/3 witch hazel. This will do amazing things for your skin. If you want to float that and do this toner and alternate it with a more crazy toner, then use this in the morning and use your other one at night, okay? If you want to float between the two. Apple cider vinegar and vitamin E and witch hazel do amazing things for your skin. They're things that you can make at home. So that was just one quick last side note. If you made it through this video and you lasted with me all 54 minutes, thank you for that. I tend to talk a lot. I tend to ramble. I tend to talk about a lot of things, but I get so into what I'm talking about is why I talk so long. So if you love this video, check out my other videos. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And make sure you check me out on Facebook at Bombshell Glam and Style, my business page, and on Instagram at Bombshell Glam Style. And I will see you next time.